of constants in this world. Breathing, taxes, and hopeless reacting to OCs. Today I'm going to be looking at your viewer suggested OCs, except it's a little bit different. Today we're actually looking at an OC competition. That's right. But for this event, your OC must include a trinket and an ability/abilities. The stats must be balanced and not obnoxiously overpowered. And if you want to include a twisted variant of your OC, you can. However, it is not necessary to the event. But you definitely get hopeless brownie points. With that being said, first place is going to get 3,000 Robux. Second is going to get 2,000. Third place is going to be 1,000 from yours truly. And before we look at all your juicy OCs, I'm gonna need you guys all to unsubscribe, because if we get to 75,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I think I'm gonna have to bake a Danny's World themed cake. I don't know how to bake. I also don't have a kitchen, so I don't really know how this is gonna work. I do have a kitchen, but like, it just... I just want to make it like known there are so many OCs that not all of them will be shown. Okay, they will all be looked at and rated appropriately to figure out the winners, but like not all of them will be seen. So here we go. We have Live the Livery. I love this already. Adding the hurt face, great brownie points from me. Their ability is when this Toon loses a heart, their stamina will fully restore. Oh, wow. This ability only works once per floor though. That's good. Its trinket is toy boat, and this trinket grants you 80% faster stamina regen when in panic mode. Okay, at first I was about to say, dude, that's way too broken. 80% stamina regen, get that out of town. Like, no way. That's ridiculous. But only in panic mode. Wow. And here are the stats. Obviously, it's a normal Toon. It has a skill check of 4 and extraction speed of 4, which makes sense that it's more of an extractor, because with that ability and regaining stamina, it seems like this is the person that's going to be completing the last machine and allow everyone a chance to get to the elevator. No twisted design? Wow, man.
Ooh, let's get Dandy Wandy.
But imagine randomly rounding on the floor, getting hit, and then your stamina just goes all the way back to max. Love that. So good. With that being said, I think I'm going to give that Toon an S. And for those of you wondering how I rank Toons, you know what? Today, instead of ranks, I feel like I want to give it on a poll of 1 through or 5 stars. A 5-star. I don't like ranking them because they've all been so good. Like, I feel bad giving someone a lower rank. But speedrun on how I normally rank, S tier means I would spend money on it. Like, I would actually buy Robux to, you know, play with it. A is something that I want to play with. Like, I would use Iker in game immediately as soon as it dropped. B just means it's lacking certain details and I don't know enough about it. In the OC challenge, this doesn't exist. Something that's a D tier is just because it's overpowered or just completely unbalanced. Who wants to see that? And so that's F tier is that it's not original. As in, you just stole a character from a different game and then made it a character. With that being said, let's move on to more OCs. That set the bar high.
Scrolling.
And we have Stellar. We'll start by looking at the trinket. On the first and last machines on the floor, the user distraction speed increases by 25%. Gonna be completely honest, that trinket sucks, but it's still cool. It's still cool. This is the juice. This is what really matters. Stellar. It's gonna cost 1,500 Iker, 50% research on Twisted Tegan. Interesting choice. And you must encounter Twisted Sprout. As you can see, it's definitely gonna be an extractor. Its extraction speed is 5, but its skill check size is 2. You know, I always like this is like a mid-max character. If you don't know what mid-max means, I actually found out what this was the other day. To mid-max someone in a video game or role-playing game, well, Dandy's World, it's to optimize a character by assigning all or nearly all skill points and ability essential to the character's success in a specific role and environment, and basically making it useless everywhere else. And I wouldn't say this Toon is inherently mid-maxed, but it's pretty close. And it has its ability called Offering to the Stars, which is an active ability which allows this Toon to sacrifice a rare or rarer item to heal themselves. Whoa! So sick. I will say the one thing that I would want to be added into Danny's World if they did do this is I don't think a lot of people know how rare items actually are. For example, you can easily look up the wiki and see if an item is a common, uncommon, rare, or very rare, or ultra rare. However, there is nothing in the game that synonymously distincts this. So this is a quality of life update that I would like to see eventually added into the game, where in some way inside of your inventory, you can see the rarity of an item. So, on the basis of everything, how do I not give this an S either? I think I need to just stop ranking. I think I need to stop ranking and then just enjoy the OCs. All right, let's move on. Okay, I want to be honest. I was randomly picking Toons. However, this one I handpicked. This Toon's name was Avocadan the Avocado. I had to check this guy out. So, this guy is definitely going to be... We have another extractor, it looks like. You're going to require 2,400 Iker, and you need Twisted Research and survive floors without getting caught by any Twisted. Pretty simple. Here's his trinket. It's called Disguise Kit. Would let you disguise as an item to get a... What? What? This OC would literally let you turn it. That's so cool. You guys have some good ideas. Will let you disguise as an item to get away with Twisted for 10 seconds and would give you a 5-star stealth in that floor. Nah, it should just make you like only specific Toons should be able to see through disguise or something, I feel like. But would activate in every 2 floors. That's so cool. And imagine whenever you use ability, it turns you into a random item. So then you just end up turning into like a Danny's World tape that's just rolling around the map. Dude. And his ability is, can't see me now, can you? This Toon would disguise himself as an object in a floor, such as a crate, item, or tapes, which would make Twisteds not be able to find where they are, unless they move or another Toon bumps near them. The cooldown is 40 seconds. Okay, well, I mean, like, at that point, the Trinket and the ability are kind of the same. So, I don't really like that aspect of it, because how much different is that than the disguise kit? Regardless, I love this. The eye patch, I just realized, don't you know how the avocados have that big brown orb in it? This guy's his eye patch. You guys are so creative. I'm so proud of you. Dude, we also have his Twisted version. Twisted Avocado. How far can it go? He's gonna be a rare Twisted. Twisted Avocadan would disguise as fake items. Oh yeah, usually a gumball, a pop, or even a rare item, like a band-aid or a health. You can find out if that's a Twisted Avocadan if the item has surrounding it. If you sadly pick up one of the items and use it, he'll actually jump scare you. Danny's rolled out of jump scares now. He'll take away half a heart, or worse, he'll take away 1.5 hearts. It's like a gamble, if you can say so. I like the idea of adding half hearts into the ecosystem, but I think before you do that, I think it has to be some other Toon's gag or ability where they take away half a heart, because then you are only losing half a heart to Avocadan. After he jumps here's a Toon, he'll be in his normal form, roaming around the map until he disguises himself after 30 seconds. Don't get caught by him while he's in that form, because he's ranged. Oh, he's ranged. Oh, okay, he stretches his arm out 6 meters like Elastic Man. You can kind of tell right here with his arm drooping. And here's his vintage version. Hey, dude, this guy even has skins. This Toon was freaking awesome, but I'm gonna give it an A-, okay, because I didn't like how the Trinket and the ability were like the same thing. Yeah, if it was, literally, if it wasn't, it would have been so good. I seriously. Okay, this person's apologizing for the poor quality. I don't know what poor quality they're talking about. This Toon's name is Sig. She teaches kids to stay focused, put in hard work, and listen to safety rules. She's like the slow and steady wins a race type lesson as a Toon. She's not the best, but can make her work with Trinket. So here's what she looks like normally, and then here is her Twisted version. As you can see right here, Sig has a skill check of 3, movement speed of 2, stamina of 4, stealth of 5, and extraction speed of 2. Let's go ahead and check out its ability called Wet Floor. Gains a 20% speed boost whenever a machine is started. This lasts 15 seconds. Okay, that's pretty good. It's not bad at all. My only question is how long is the cooldown between it? You know what I mean? Like, if it's a short cooldown, then that's really, really good. And in case you're wondering, there is in fact going to be a Trinket attached to this Toon. Of course, there should always be. Twisted Sig. Despite being very slow, be careful. This Twisted Iker will get onto you and slow down if you hit. Okay, so this Toon or Twisted causes slowing. The opposite of the Gushy Bat Trinket as an ability. And this is its Trinket. It's called Warning Sign. This decreases extraction speed by 3.5% in exchange for increasing the skill check window by 50 units. 50, how big is 50 units? That seems like massive. Does that not just seem like insanely big, you know? You're working on a little extraction machine and then your window is half the size of your screen. I don't know, man. Coming up next, we have Circuit. And we have some lore to Circuit. Circuit, when V was popular, when he was popular. Yo, V ain't popular anymore. Pull the plug on the V game show, boys. He'll mostly be backstage or helping V with. He is linked with V like a brother. He was once popular too. Oh, Circuit was also popular. Okay, cool. So this is gonna be a main Toon who is clearly also a very, very, very good extractor. A skill check of 4 and extraction speed of 5 is nothing to mess with. It has an ability called Tangled, where this Toon can grab other Toons with his tail, but sometimes his tail gets tangled. This Toon can grab other Toons with his tail, but sometimes Toon. Okay, I feel like I'm not fully understanding this. Okay, so like it's like Goob's ability, right, where he'll do the hug. Okay, so I'll reach out and I'll try to grab the Toon. This Toon can do the same, but somehow it gets tangled. But what is exactly the negative of that? Are they immobilized? Can they not? Or does it always theoretically get tangled afterwards, and that's why there's a cooldown on it? You guys know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, you guys are picking up what I'm laying down. Its second ability is called Too Slow. You're too slow. 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 You're too slow. Sorry. This Toon can automatically get faster when chased, which is kind of like Bloodlust from Dead by Daylight, except typically the killers get it, not the other way around. But I do think that's a very good ability, and I like the idea of a distractor having that. Or I guess it even makes sense for someone who doesn't have high stealth, but is in fact a extractor. It actually makes sense. Moving on from that, let's take a look at its trinket. When encountering a twisted, this trinket will slow them down. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, no, that's really good. So let's say theoretically, you're in a chase, right? Okay, so I'm in a chase. I'm a little chasey, twisted GG boy, okay? I run away from the twisted, or the twisted sees me. The trinket, I guess, activates and immediately slows it down. If it does it every single time, the slowing down has to be really slow or only last for a very short amount of time, right? Like, let's say a twisted saw me from right there. It would have to last, be a very small percentage and not last for very long, or that would just be way too broke. Either way, without further ado, that is all of the twisted, that is going to be all of the Danny's World OCs that I'm going to be looking at today. If you want your OC to potentially get reviewed and just enter the contest, go ahead and join the contest in the Discord down below. But most importantly, don't forget,
Unsubscribe.